I want to shout out my friend Amy Stone here on YouTube for leading me down this path, looking for information about the Order of the Eastern Star. In 1850, Rob Morris, a noted Freemason, educator, and lawyer, created the Order of the Eastern Star when he was teaching at the Eureka Masonic College in Richland, Mississippi. He did this so that wives and daughters of Freemasons had something for themselves to also belong to. While he was confined by illness, he sat down the principles of the order in what is known as the Rosary of the Eastern Star. By 1855, he had organized a supreme constellation in New York, which chartered chapters throughout the U.S. In 1866, Dr. Morris started working with Robert McCoy and handed the order over to him while Morris went to travel the Holy Land. McCoy organized the current system of the chapters and also modified Dr. Morris's rosary into a ritual. On December 1st, 1874, Queen Esther, chapter number 1, became the first Prince Hall affiliate chapter of the Order of the Eastern Star when it was established in Washington, D.C. by Thornton Andrew Jackson. The General Grand Chapter was formed in Indianapolis, Indiana on November 6, 1876, and committees formed at that time created by the ritual of the Order of the Eastern Star in more or less of its current form. The Order of the Eastern Star is open to both men and women 18 years or older, but the men had to be Master Masons and the women originally had to be a wife, widow, daughter, sister, or mother of a Freemason, but now allows all other relatives as well as allowing Job's daughters, Rainbow Girls, members of the Organization of the Triangle, New York only, and members of the Constellation of Junior Stars, New York only, when of age. The order is based on some teachings from the Bible, but it is open to people of all religious beliefs and has over 10,000 chapters in over 20 countries with over 500,000 members. The meaning of the letters FATAL surrounding the center of the pentagon is only revealed to members of the order. However, Google lets you know if you Google it. The character building lessons taught in the order are stories inspired by biblical figures. Ada, represented by blue and a sword and veil, which is Jephthah's daughter from the book of Judges, and represents the virtue of obedience to duty. Ruth, represented by yellow and a sheaf of barley, is the widow in the book of Ruth and represents the virtue of religious principles. Esther is represented by the white color and a crown and scepter from the book of Esther and represents the virtue of loyalty. Martha, represented by green and a broken column, is a sister of Mary and Lazarus from the Gospels of Luke, and John, and represents the virtue of endurance in trial. Electa, represented by the color red and a chalice. She is the elect lady from 2 John and the mother, and she represents the virtue of endurance of persecution. Over the years, some very notable members have come from the Order of the Eastern Star. These notable members are Kate Peer, an American Court Commissioner and first woman in the U.S. to be conferred with judicial powers. Vernetti Oscar Green Ivy served 6 years as a member of the Arizona House of Representatives. Sally Foster Harshbarger, California State Regent of Daughters of the American Revolution. Harriet Haas, American attorney, member of the Piedmont Board of Education, among many other contributions. Addie Strong Engel, American author and publisher. Ollie Josephine Bennett, American doctor, one of the first 5 women doctors to serve in the U.S. Army Medical Corps and first lieutenant in World War I. And of course, one of the most and well-known and most loved is Laura Elizabeth Ingalls Wilder, American writer, teacher, and journalist. Just walking around a cemetery, you will see so much history. This one here that I'm looking at is a Shriner's headstone. There is so much history if you just look at the emblems on the headstones. So as you can see, with so many emblems, such as this one here, when you go back and you look, you see this star is upside right, where most generally the order of the Eastern Star, the star is upside down. There are so many similarities between different organizations, and you really want to take a close look, because on a headstone, especially this many years, things could be worn down. Take a real close look at the emblem that you're looking at and feel it, touch it, and see if there's something there. You can see in my original video, the one I went back and looked, I'm explaining that you can actually, if you get really close, you can see it, or maybe do a rubbing and you'll be able to pick this out. But you either had to get really close or use your fingers to feel what you were seeing. But these headstones are beautiful. Learn the emblems, learn what each headstones mean, which ones are which. And I'm sure this is why so many people say, oh, I found a witch's headstone. There are some that were here. They are missing. My friend did go back and look, and she said I was right. They're gone. So the ones I was looking for are gone, and she believes that the other ones that she had seen were possibly these other 2 here. So I'm showing you here a couple of the emblems of the Order of the Eastern Star, and what they would look like if they were printed, so you have a better look as to what they look like. Guys, I so very much appreciate each and every one of you taking this journey with me. There's some other ones that I'd like to show you what they're all about, such as Woodsmen of the World, and we'll touch base on them later on. Thank you for joining me and taking this journey with me. And Amy, again, thank you so much. Bye, guys.